I was talking about this today because, and I don't want to cut you off, man, but it's off the same thing. Because I go to counseling and I had a counseling session today, and I've been feeling kind of off about stuff. And like one of the things that I do is I feel this constant need to grow, even at things that I might not need to grow at. And I don't like saying it out loud like that because I think we should all grow at everything at all times, right? But I'll give you an example. I started school back in January, on January 13th. So I'm on week 4 of school, right? I hate math. One of my classes is math, and it drives me crazy. And so it's like, essentially, I have to do 10 courses a week in a week 4. So I'm 30 to 40 courses in, plus quizzes each week, plus discussions. So I've done a lot of homework,
Right.
a lot of different things I've been graded for. I have 100% in that class, and I have 100% in my social work class. I don't feel the way that my grades represent. And so it's like, I beat myself up about it. And what I mean by it, because I don't want to I want to be honest about this. I know there's a difference between a smart person, this is my definition, and someone who works really hard. I don't think I'm a smart person. I think I work really hard. And so it's like the time that it took me to do those math problems, the only reason I have 100% is because I didn't know the answer and I refused to put the wrong answer. And so I did I checked my answer, double checked my answer. I did it again. I looked it up online. Like, you know what I mean? I went out of my way to watch YouTube videos on how to do it right. And so it took me forever.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting, I have 100% because I work really hard, but I don't think that I know it. And so the other night I came out and I told Laura, I'm like, hey, I mean, I got another 100%, but I really struggled. Yeah. She's like, what? She high-fived me, that's cool. Yeah. And I'm like, no, it's not cool. I'm not doing good in my class. And so I'm struggling personally with that feeling of I think that it's cool to be motivated and to work hard at stuff, but I do think there's a limit that I think I'm kind of at right now where I feel burnt out. I feel like I'm never really going to get there. I talked about this on a previous podcast when it came to weight loss. My best shape and my worst shape that I've ever been in my life felt kind of the same, which is that I wanted more. Right. And so it's I'm starting to realize this just may be my life, but that's okay. I'm starting to learn maybe I need to accept that I'm always going to want more, take a brief moment to find peace of where I'm at. Yeah. But what do you think? Do you think that it's healthy? We'll use me as an example. That way people don't have their goddamn opinions when we talk about something. Yeah. What do you think, man? What do you think that comes from? Do you think that's healthy? And can you relate it all?
I'm pretty much right in between. I'm half. I agree with you in some aspects of it, but I'm also gonna disagree with you in the fact that it's okay for you to want more in life. It's okay for you feel like you're not 100% satisfied with where you're at in life right now. Yeah. Because it's good for you to want more. Somebody that is always satisfied with where they're at, that's the people that never want to get better or go somewhere else in life. I want more in my life. I want more out of my life. Memories are worth more than money. 100%. Plain and simple. You only got one life to live. Why not dream big? Why not go after those dreams and those goals that you have? If you feel like you're working a lot harder to get those grades that you have, that you don't feel like you're smart enough, then so be it. So be it. That's what's gonna get you the 100% grade.
Good point.
You still gotta get to the 100%. I feel like I'm not very. I feel like I'm smartish, right? I don't feel like I'm very, very smart. So I pretty much agree with you to that level. I feel like I work a lot harder than anybody else to be as successful as I am today in my jobs and my relationships and everything that I do good, right? I learn from my mistakes and I try to do better next time. I don't think I'm very, very, very smart, right? I just know.
What if that is smart though? I guess as I'm talking to you about this, I'm starting to realize, what do you think there is? Because we both just admitted the same thing. Right. Hey, I don't know if I consider myself this. I know I work really hard at it. Do you think there is a person out there that's like, this is cake, man? I haven't worked in years. I'm just smart.
Well, there's some.
Because maybe that person doesn't exist, and we just think they do.
There's some naturally smart people.
But are they naturally smart because they worked really hard to get there, or are they naturally they just woke up smart?
That's a very good question. I feel like the brain is something. It's a muscle that you have to train and teach and grow and develop. So I don't think they just grow up one day from one day to another to just be 100% smart. But even as kids, you have kids that are so advanced at the same age. So you have kids at 3 years old that are writing, talking, and all this stuff, and you got kids that are delayed, right? So I don't think the kids is smarter than the other kid. I just feel like the brain is just more developed than the other kid's brain.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
it's just I just feel like it's just the way that you train yourself. Everything that we do is based on learning experiences.
Yeah.
How much you train, how much you teach yourself, and how much life experience you go through. I don't know if anybody is smarter than anybody else. I feel like these people that are smarter, or are further in life. I'm not gonna say smarter. I'm gonna use the word further in life than we are. Is because probably they put a little bit more effort to learning or getting to that level.
Yeah, I think that, like, what if we took someone like Elon Musk, the person who has Tesla, right? Who's not the smartest person in the world, but one of the people right now. He has he makes rockets. He's building tunnels under LA. He has the Tesla cars. This guy, to me, is super smart. But what if we took him and put him in a neighborhood project, a social work one, where he had to help the homeless people figure out how to get jobs?
Right.
Like, maybe he sucks at that because he doesn't know what it's like to be homeless.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, I guess, like, again, I'm glad that we're talking about this because it's making me realize that maybe my definition of smart is just not right.
Right.
Because I'm thinking of a smart person, someone that's conquered something. I guess in my head, I assume that smart people do what I'm trying to do faster. Like, because I really compare the time. We both got hundreds, right? Maybe me and another classmate both got 100 on one thing, but maybe they got 100 and they finished the whole thing in 8 minutes,
Right.
and it took me like an hour and a half.
Right.
So in my head, I go, were those smarter because they did it faster? And I think that comes from watching game shows and, like, you know what I mean? Like, whoever did the most in the fastest time.
Are you smarter than the 5th grader?
Yes. No, the answer is no, I'm not. But yes, that's what I'm talking about. No, but it's like that vibe, you know what I mean? So I'm starting to realize that maybe my mentality isn't right about what a smart person is. I think we're all smart, or we have the opportunity to be smart or an expert at our field.
Yeah.
Like, I would hope that if someone's going through something that I work and get certifications in and I train in and do all that stuff to become an expert, I would hope that someone seeks my opinion on that thing because maybe I am smart about that thing.
Yeah, I feel like the definition of somebody smart is somebody that has the capability and ability to use their brain, put it into work, and make something out of it.
Yeah.
So somebody that is not capable, like somebody with a disability that is not capable to use their brain, at that point, this person is not smart because he doesn't have the capability of.
Well, some people with disabilities are super smart at other things.
And other things.
Yeah.
Because it's the things that they practice and they know.
It's almost like a guy that goes blind becomes a really good listener.
Or singer.
Yeah, or something, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
With your other senses.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get what you're saying. I think I need to, like, let go a little bit of the expectation I have on myself. I feel this, it's a good thing. Kind of like what you were saying. Dude, I do it with the podcast where I'm like, all right, I don't ever put one out and it does well. And I'm like, I'm cool with that.
Right.
No, I'm like, what can I do better? Vice versa, if it does really bad, I don't beat myself up about it. I'm like, well, what can I do better?
Right.
So it's beneficial in some ways, and so it's gotten to me where I'm at. Dude, I came from like nothing, bro. I grew up like homeless. Like, people don't really understand how I grew up, and I can only talk about it so many times, and they still probably won't fully understand. But it's like a place where it's like I worked and worked and worked. Even as a kid, when you're not supposed to be working, you're supposed to just be a kid, and your parents are supposed to work. Right. They didn't do that, and so I had to like grow up quick and then work more. And so now that's just who I am. And so it's like if I am not doing good at something, I always beat myself up like, well, you just didn't work that hard. And so I think I just need to balance it better.
Yeah. A lot of people beat themselves up for things that you feel like you're struggling, or you live a hard life growing up, and maybe that's why you don't have the same I guess things in life that other people have. But you don't understand, man. There's people out there that grew up having a more fucked up life than you did. Harder life than you did. So I can't complain about the life that I live. I feel like we live in a poor neighborhood. I feel like slowly we were able to get to the point that we got back home in Puerto Rico. I saw a lot of struggles, a lot of tears, a lot of fights between my parents. But they got to that point. Then after my dad started like doing the things that he did, the divorce happened, and then we went back down to that same level that we were in when we started. I grew up. Or when I moved out to Dallas, I didn't have the things that I have today, especially having to learn English. Fuck English. It's so freaking hard.
That's kind of cool that you speak two languages, though. I think people forget that, like how hard that's crazy.
English language is the most difficult language ever in the world. So having to learn English, having to find a job that would give me the opportunity with a little bit of English that I spoke at that time.
Yeah.
And just being able to make decent money for me to be able to get a car, apartment, and then my credit was fucked up as well. So having to deal with that.
Yeah.
My first car I was paying probably like 22% interest on
Really?
a 2004 Ford Explorer that I used to drive.
Some people can't even get approved.
Yeah. Actually, I went through drive time because I saw in the commercial that approve everyone, but I didn't realize it's like you're approving rate.
Yeah. They're giving you a terrible rate.
Yeah.
And they're stretching it out to where you're never going to pay that car off.
Exactly. Yeah, you're going to pay this car off in about 25 years since 2004.
Yeah.
So take care of it.
You'll probably get in an accident before then.
Yeah.
So we'll just charge you all the money when that happens.
Yeah. Just make sure you get gap insurance. So, yeah, and then you start complaining or reflecting back on life, man, and it's like, I'm good. Like, I was able to go through that. Like, what else can, like, there's not going to be another challenge in life that I'm not going to be able to go through.